Dear students, now we are going to discuss chapter 7 triangle. So here already you know that the triangle have a vertices A, B, C and angle A, angle B, angle C and the sides AB, BC and CA. This thing already we know that. Now we are going to study the thing congruence of triangles. The congruence of triangle is different meaning, and also we are going to compare two triangles. So for that, here consider a square, consider two squares each of same size, and also consider the vertices and consider the angle, and also consider the length of the sides. All are equal means we can superimpose to one another. So here think about the two square, the two things are same size, so we can tell this as a congruent. So like that, read this thing in the same manner. You consider four square. Here you have squares 1 2 3 4. Here the squares 1 and 2 angles, okay, it's also square, but okay. Consider the length of the sides. So the length of the sides are different, so automatically not possible to superimpose to one another. So not possible to tell both are same size. So that's why the two triangles are not congruent, two squares are not congruent. This idea we are going to implement, we are going to imply the triangle form. Now the triangle ABC, it's given length AB 4.5, BC 5 centimeter, the CA 4 centimeter. Now what are the things we are going to introduce here? Which triangles are congruent? That means we are going to compare two triangles, whether it congruent or not, by using the symbol. So here they are introduced the symbol congruence symbol and order, that is triangle ABC or triangle BCA or triangle ACB. So this is important while writing the congruence of triangle. So compare first and second triangle 4.554. Here also 4.554. Similarly third one 4.554. Fourth one 4.554. Fifth one 555. So and compare to the triangle ABC and others, you can tell the fifth triangle only the sides are different. Fifth triangle is different. So using this you are going to use, or you are going to write the triangle form. So for that, here just maintain the order ABC. What ABC? After AB you have BC, that is after 4.5 the length 5. So like that, after 4.5 we need 5, so we need to start from P. So PQ then QR, then only 4.5 5 next 4. Similarly first AB 4.5, here 4.5, okay, DF or FD, which where we are going to start D or F. This is using a second number only tells whether we need to start from D or F. For that, after 4.5 5. So here after 4.5 5 in the side DE or ED. So we need to maintain the order 4.5 5 and 4. That's why FDE. So triangle FDE. Triangle FDE is congruent to triangle ABC. Similarly, first we need to compare 4.5. It's AB, no? So here 4.5 MR or RM, right? Next one 5. 5 it's in RN. So we need to start from M. So M or 4.5 or N 5 N M 4. So M or N M or N. So that is 4.5 5. Next we can write 4. So these triangles are congruent. Like that we need to write. And fifth one, first one are not congruent, right? So triangle ABC, we are going to write triangle PQR congruent to congruent. This one is congruent. This is the meaning of congruent. Triangle PQR congruent to triangle ABC. Like that we need to write. Okay, right. Next, similarly, compare the other things. So this is called corresponding parts of congruent triangle. So you are going to tell the data sides, vertices, that is angle. Angle A, angle B, angle C. Here angle P, angle Q, angle R are also equal. So sides and angle, 6 data, 3 sides, 3 angle. So you are going to use only 3 data. Here 3 sides. If the 3 sides are equal, automatically the 2 triangles are congruent. This thing we are going to tell. So angle P we are going to compare with angle A. Angle Q we are going to compare with angle B. Angle R we are going to compare with angle C. So finally we can write triangle PQR is congruent to triangle ABC. The same meaning, right? But it will not be correct to write triangle QRP congruent to triangle ABC. So we should write P with A. That is first in a triangle QRP. We need to write P. Next we need Q. Next we need to write R. Then only triangle PQR congruent to triangle ABC. So this is wrong. This is not a correct format of congruent form. We need to maintain the order. Right. Similarly, we can discuss the next also. This thing it's given. So note that congruent triangle corresponding parts are equal, and we write in short CPCT, that is corresponding parts of congruent triangle. So here first and second things are triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Both triangles are congruent. So we are given the sides of the triangle. So remaining angle A with angle E, angle A, angle Q and angle B, angle R and angle C are also equal. So that's why these these two triangles are congruent, and the corresponding parts of congruent triangles also equal. So, criteria for congruent triangle. Draw the two triangles. First one, right on side 3 centimeter. Using this, draw one 1.8 centimeter and a 2.4 centimeter triangle. So here 3 centimeter and another one like isosceles triangle. Second one. No. Now consider this two triangle. Angle one is 90 degree. Another is angle not different. No, angle are not given. No. So these two triangles are not congruent. Similarly, at 50 degree only and 4 centimeter. So another thing, a side AB and PQ are not equal. So automatically these two triangles are not congruent. So by comparing this, we need 3 data. Then only we can tell these two triangles are congruent. Right. Now just we need third one. No. So that is instead of 50 degree, you have any degree. Compare this two triangle. Here 50 degree given, and also 4 centimeter, 2 centimeter. In between 2 centimeter and 4 centimeter, here angle B, angle Q. So that is 50 degrees given. So automatically the third side also equal. That is AC equal to PR. So what is the meaning here? AB here PQ 2 centimeter 2 centimeter, angle B angle Q 50 degree 50 degree, side BC and side QR 4 centimeter 4 centimeter. If you are going to draw this one only, so automatically you can get the same size of the two triangle using the three data. The data are 2 centimeter side, 4 centimeter side, and in between one angle 50 degree. Similarly at PQR the same thing. So now we can write using this three data, that is two side in between one angle. We can draw a two same size of triangle, same size triangle. So these two triangles we are going to tell congruent using this three data. So if you are going to tell the congruent means this three data enough to write congruence of the triangle, right? That's why we are going to write the axiom. Axiom 7.1, SAS, side side in between angle. Here 2 centimeter 4 centimeter in between 50 degree, that is the meaning of in between two side angle. So SAS congruence rule, two triangles are congruent if two sides and the included angle of one triangle are equal to the sides and the included angle of the other triangle. So you are going to compare the two triangle, included angle of two sides of one triangle and included angle of two sides of other triangles are equal, means the two triangles are congruent. So two triangles are congruent if two sides, that is two sides 2 centimeter 4 centimeter side AB and BC, side PQ and QR, two sides, no, two sides, and the included angle of one triangle, included angle of one triangle, here the triangle ABC 50 degree and another triangle PQR angle 50 degree are equal to the two sides, that is in between the sides, and the included angle of the other triangle and the included angle of the other triangle the same thing. Then we can tell this is the SAS congruent rule, right? Example 1, in the given figure, given OA equal to OB, it's given in the dash, one single dash, the OD equal to OC. Show that first one, triangle AOD congruent to triangle BOC and AD it's parallel to BC, right? You may observe that the triangle AOD, so we need a triangle. So using the triangle we are going to tell the congruence. In this chapter we are going to compare two triangles. So for that consider the triangles in the given figure. So you have triangle OAD or AOD or DOA, like that consider. So use any one order. Similarly triangle BOC, like that, right? In this true triangle, right, your answer you may observe that. So consider triangle AOD and triangle BOC, like that, start. And what things given? OA equal to OB, starts from OA. So OA equal to OB, OA in this triangle AOD and OB in this triangle BOC. So given OD equal to OC, in this two triangle these two things given, and consider the angle AOD and BOC, they are vertically opposite angle, no? So this vertical opposite angle, so in between these two sides one angle are equal. So OA, so here OB, so you are going to consider AOD means starting A, here B, that's why triangle AOD, here BOC. So angle A, that is vertices A, it's compare with B only, not in O. So we need to maintain the order now. So A should compare with B, not in C, not at C and O. So OA, OB given, no? So that's why OO okay, but A it's already compared with B, so that's why A starting letter, here starting B, next O, here also O, next finishing here C, here also finishing D, that's why AOD BOC. So we need to write like that. So otherwise AOD it's congruent to COB, it's not a process to talk whether these two are equal or not, like that. So just remove this. Now these two things are equal, congruent, right? Now these two triangles are congruent. So next, in the congruent triangle AOD and BOC, the other corresponding parts are also equal, corresponding parts of congruent triangle. So triangle angle OAD OBC, OAD and OBC angles are equal. They are alternatively interior angle. If the alternative interior angles are equal, then the lines BC and then ED are parallel. So this thing already you studied. So that's why pair of alternative angle for line segment AD and BC. Therefore AD parallel to BC. Right. Next example 2. AB is a line segment. AB is a line segment, and line L is its perpendicular bisector. Line L is perpendicular bisector. If a point P lies on L, if a point B lies on L, show that P is equidistant from A and B. So what things we need to prove? AP equal to BP or PA equal to PB. So the length are equal. This thing we need to prove. Right. Now write the given statement. Line L parallel to AB, sorry, perpendicular to AB and passing through at C, which is the midpoint of AB. This thing you need to write. Now what thing we need to prove? PA equal to PB. So now we are going to consider the congruent form. In that congruent we are going to use SAS rule, in between two side one angle. So here what things we can tell? In this perpendicular symbol given, no? So one angle is given, means one angle is given, that is 90 degree, and corresponding that two sides are going to touch at the angle 90 degree. At 90 degree two sides are going to touch. This sides also we are going to consider, and after consideration you are going to tell the two sides are equal. In this one triangle one side, another triangle on the same side, side or equal, means we can tell it is congruent. So like that, compare BAC equal to BC in this triangle. What triangle? PCA PCB, like that, right? Consider the triangle PCA and PCB. Here AC equal to BC. Why? C is the midpoint is given, so the length of AC and then BC are equal. Now consider the angle C at C in this triangle PCA at C 90 degree, in the triangle PCB at C 90 degree. So that's why angle PCA equal to angle PCB are equal, that is 90 degree, and PZ equal to BC common. Consider two triangle PCB and then PCA. Here that PZ are equal length, no? So in between these two sides AZ and then BZ you have 90 degree. So under SAS congruence rule, the triangle PZA and then PCB are congruent by SAS rule. Right. Next we need to tell PA equal to PB. If you have a congruent triangle, then automatically corresponding parts of congruent triangle are equal. Now the corresponding parts of congruent triangles are other remaining sides and angle. So here the sides P and then PB. In the triangle PGA and then PGB given. No? So we need to write PA and then PB in the correct form. No? So PA equal to PB. So PA equal to PB is the corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Using this we can prove the second one. Right. Now consider the next triangle. In between two side angle is SAS rule. Suppose in between two side you are not going to consider any angle, and remaining two angle you have. So that two angles are equal and two sides are equal, not in between two sides. Means whether the two triangles are congruent or not. This thing you are going to consider. So when compare the two triangles size wise, definitely they are not equal. No, so automatically it's not congruent. Right? How to tell? How to draw or how to construct such type of triangle? Or already you know that it's 90-degree. No, at 5 centimeter and 4 centimeter in between 90-degree form given, but it's not in second triangle. And another angle 50-degree may be possible. Another angle 50. So not possible to tell the congruent form of two triangle, that is randomly two sides and one angle. Randomly means simply given one side is some two sides and another angle somewhere, means it's not a congruent form. So we need to tell the congruent form by using SAS rule. By using we can tell SAS rule only. Here side angle not possible. Side angle, it's not a congruent form of a triangle. So this is the example. Right. So SA is congruent hold, but not ASS or SSA. ASS or SSA is not a congruent form. Right. Right. Next we are going to study about in between two angles. In between two angle means here angle 60 degree, angle 40 degree, here also angle 60 and 45. In between two angle you have side 4 centimeter 4 centimeter. Now possibly the other two sides are equal. Definitely they are going to merge one another. They are going to superimpose to one another. So we can compare two triangle and also it's the same size, and it tells in between two angle one side. So this is true for the congruent form. So in between two angle, so two angle you have side, so this is nothing but ASA rule. So how we are going to prove this? By using a triangle, by using a theorem. So consider this thing, angle side angle criteria. Angle side angle criteria is theorem, congruence rule. But SAS rule, it's axiom given. So this is axiom and theorem. What is the difference between axiom and theorem? Axiom is given statement we need to consider by using the real time examples. Similarly, AS rule is not a case, but we need to prove whether the two triangles are congruent by using a definite format. The definite format here theorem. Right. Write the statement. Two triangles are congruent if two angles and the included side of one triangle are equal to two angle and the included side of other triangle. So we are going to compare the two triangle. In between two angles side of one triangle is equal to in between two angle of side are equal, then compare two triangle, in between two angle sides are equal, then automatically it's a congruent. So we are given that triangle ABC and DEF. So angle B equal to angle, like that consider angle B, two angle, no angle B, angle C equal to angle E and angle F, and in between the angle side BC and EF. So triangle ABC congruent to triangle DEF. This thing we need to prove. This thing we are going to prove by the three cases. First case, as it is. Consider the triangle ABC and then DEF. Now the sides AB and DE. Assume this is the assumption. We are going to consider three cases. Case 1, the sides of AB and then DE are equal. Another one are not equal. So that is one is greater than other. So these are the three cases. So the not equal means one is greater than, another one is less than. For that equal, first one AB equal to DE. Next, angle B equal to angle E. Next, BC equal to EF. We consider AB equal to DE, and also in between two side one angle, that is AB BC in between angle B, DE and EF in between angle E are equal, no? So by SAS congruent criteria, these two triangles are equal. These two triangles are congruent. We proved this. Now consider the case 2. Today, if possible, AB is greater than DE. The side length of AB, that is some 10 centimeter. AB is 10 centimeter, but DE is some 7 centimeter, 8 centimeter, like that. So that's why you needed to compare with DE of the triangle DEF, and in the triangle ABC of side AB, but we are going to construct one equal side length AB. It's not equal to DE, that's why we are going to introduce one point P. Now PB and then DE are equal, like that we are going to consider. So that is AB is greater than, no, sir. So we can take a point P on AB such that PB equal to DE, like that we are going to consider. Now consider the triangle only PBC. In the triangle ABC, you have a triangle PBC and a triangle DEF. Now you are going to consider the small triangle of ABC, and then the small triangle means the included triangle, that is PBC and the triangle DEF. Now PB is equal to DE, like that we considered by construction. Now BC equal to EF already, and consider the angle E and angle B, that is angle B equal to angle E are equal. So by using these three data, we can tell the triangle PBC and the congruent triangle DEF are congruent, the SAS axiom criteria. But think about the corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Since the corresponding parts of congruent triangle PCB and DFE angle at C and F are equal, no? This is the corresponding parts of congruent triangle. If it's equal means such type of point P, it's not possible. Should P and A are same point. P and B are same point. So it's impossible. Corresponding parts of PCB, so the corresponding parts are equal. So angle PCB equal to angle DFE. Similarly, ACB equal to DFE angle. ACB equal to BCE. So is this possible? This is possible only if P coincide with A. So possible only P coincide with A. So BA equal to ED. BA equal to ED. BA, the side BA, the whole side of the triangle ABC, and AD are equal. So triangle ABC congruent to triangle DEF. Case 3, if AB less than DE, as like case 2, we can prove the case 3, like that, right? We can choose a point M on DE such that ME equal to AB, and repeating the argument as given in case 2, we can conclude that AB equal to DE, and so triangle ABC congruent to DEF. The same thing here, in between here M we are going to, here P return at AB, but M we can write at DE, somewhere you need to put M and draw one dotted line in the triangle DEF and start the same argument of case 2. That's the difference. Here you introduced a point P in ABC. In next case you need to introduce a point M in the triangle DEF, that's all, and continue the same argument. You can tell the two triangles are congruent. So now it's true. So in between two angle you have one side, in between two angle you have one side, so automatically two triangles are congruent, right? Now compare. You have two triangle means automatically the sum of the interior angle of a triangle is 180 degree. Using this, the third angle also equal. The third angle definitely also corresponding parts and also equal in after congruence, but here before congruence, not in the case of SAS rule. That is SSA, it's not true, and ASS also not true. It's in the case of SAS rule, but in the case of ASA rule, third side is not possible in the side format, but angle, sum of the interior angle of a triangle is 180 degree, it's possible in the triangle. Sum of the interior angle is definitely 180 degree in the triangle. So two angles are equal, then automatically third angle also equal. This is the case of the two triangles. So here you can tell AAS SAA rule. So here the case is given ASA, but automatically AA is also one of the congruent criteria. Similarly, SAA also one of the congruent criteria. So what are the things? SAS, in between two side one angle. Next, in between two angle one side. By using this we can tell in between two angle no needed.